Hello, everybody. Welcome to ProStart, a training learning initiative by Kotak Mutual Fund. Welcome to our last video in our module Success in Succession. I am Ms. Meenakshi Dubey from Kotak Mutual Fund, and I'll be taking you through the third part of this module. So before we go ahead, let's take a quick recap of what we had seen or learned in our second video. In a second video, we had seen the succession planning part for the small business and what are the vital questions that one need to answer before getting or before doing the succession planning. Similarly, now since we have answered the vital questions in our second video, today in this video, we are going to discuss about the guiding principles that one needs to keep in mind for a successful succession planning. So let us go ahead and see what are the guiding principles for successful succession planning. Here are a few of the principles. First of all is I need to think that I have created my final succession plan with a lot of efforts. So the question is, I need to inform my son and daughter also about it. So basically, I need to keep the people who are supposed to take over the baton from me. I need to inform the people who are supposed to take over the responsibility and are accepting to take over it, right? So it is important. The first principle that I need to keep in mind is that involve family members at every stage of the process. Generally people are okay, no problem, we will involve other at the last stage. That is not the way, because then it comes more as a surprise and shocker, and then they have their own reservations to it. In fact, if I try to involve my family members at every stage, that is when they will get to understand that what is the responsibility and the powers that are coming in their hand, right? So what happens is at times, people don't involve, and not involving family members in the succession planning is one of the most important and the highest result why succession planning turns into a failure. As I said, it comes as a shocker and they are not ready to accept it. Then it comes like, without even asking what I'm willing to, that I have been involved into this business and maybe I am. So it comes out more as a rebel. Okay, so to avoid that, it is important that we keep involving family members in all the discussion, because it is their future we are planning, right? And they have to be in full agreement. And if they don't agree, if this business does not attracts them, interests them, then there is no point in transfer of this business, right? So in such situations, even if you need to tweak the plan a bit to suit their requirement, it is fine. And when will you get an idea of whether you are doing what is correct or you need to tweak it, is only when you involve them, right? Because that is when they'll open up and they'll tell you, or maybe it is simple, they are ready to take up your business, but they want to do it in their own fashion, into their own style, which is absolutely okay, right? So if I am involving my kids into it, definitely the outcome is going to be much stronger, and which is going to be beneficial to everyone. The second principle, okay, on which I need to think is tax saving versus family member. Typically, I need to decide whether I have to choose family harmony over tax and cost savings, yeah, or my importance is more towards saving money, right? Saving money that is going towards the tax part, etc., etc. Importantly, what we need to do is reduce focus on the technical components. Okay, what is the tax, insurance, shareholders agreements, wills, etc., etc. That comes at a much later stage. Okay, so if I am making my decisions basis on the technical component, maybe I am not going to get the desired output. Okay, my focus has to be totally on the family Okay, what are their wishes? What are they, aspiring? Okay, what is their objective of this business? Okay, how much are they interested? I need to check what are their concerns. I need to actually serve them a plate wherein they can also serve their own ideas, right? You never know, it might just add wings to your business, right? So there is a lot that can be done. So instead of focusing on the technical components, it is better that we focus more on ideas, more on their wishes, more on the way that they wish to take the business ahead, right? So what happens is, if this is the situation, the best deal would be forego the tax and the saving part of it. Okay, always choose for family harmony. What is that? So it is like, giving them the freedom, if I have to put it simple. It is like giving them the freedom in taking up the business they want to do it, because that is when they will put their ideas, right? So give them a clean slate. Let them do it. The next could be opportunity versus entitlement. This is very sensitive, okay? Because we need to make the kids or the family members aware, okay? Realize, in fact, realize is a better word, okay? We need to make them aware that the business that they are getting, okay, or the opportunity that they are getting, to take up the business is an opportunity, and it is not that they deserve it. It is not an entitlement. Okay, they need to prove it. They deserve taking up this business. Okay, it is not that, just because he's my son, he's entitled to have that business. Okay, because what happens is, family business provides an opportunity to work in the business as well as be an owner. So if I am giving you the ownership, okay, I need you to wear the hat of the owner and work towards it. Okay, you cannot just be enjoying the profits. You need to work to get that profits coming in future also. Eliminate the notion of entitlement, because if my father would have told me, okay, Meenakshi, so this is the business that you are going to take over in next 20 years, maybe I wouldn't have put that effort. Okay, it is very simple. Out of whoever is there in the family, the most deserving candidate gets this business. So what happens is, instead of taking things for granted, put them into a situation wherein they actually need to earn the business. Okay, let them earn the business. If they learn to earn the business, I think after that, you really don't need to bother where your business is going to go, right? Because it is simple. We all need to understand this, that the business allows the family to enjoy this opportunity. Okay, and if, as it is said now, with powers comes responsibilities also. Okay, it is not that I can only enjoy the profit. I also have to work towards getting this profit, or else what will happen is, I will be able to enjoy this profits maybe for just for few years, and then maybe I need to start from the scratch if everything is gone, and then it is a different story altogether, right? The next is business interest versus family interest, a very important principle. Okay, so if I am thinking about the business, it is important that I do what is best for the business and maybe not for the family member, right? Just in my last video, I've given you an example, right? Your business is good, but your son's aspiration in life is different. There's no need to compromise. He doesn't have to compromise on his aspirations, right? Similarly, why let the business suffer just because the family member is not interested, right? Whenever we are on the crossroad, choose business interest over the interest of the family member. It is like, if I do that, then what will happen is, it's like punishing. Okay, so at times happens, now why this point is coming here is, maybe if you have a son and daughter, okay, and the son really doesn't deserve, he's not capable enough, right? But just because family feels that no, the son should take over the business, okay, and the daughter shouldn't, because she's a daughter, how can she take over the business, right? She cannot take the legacy forward. So make a sensible choice. Is the son really good enough to take the business? If not, hand over the business to the daughter. Okay. Remember, why is it needed? Because business has given the family members the life they are living and not vice versa. Whatever luxury we all are enjoying, it is because the business is giving us. Right. And if I'm ready to compromise on the business, that means I am willing to compromise on my lifestyle in future. And I'm sure none of us want that. And if the business fails due to emotional decision, definitely the luxuries are short lived. As I said, only for 2 years, 3 years. Then maybe, I will be, every month I'll be selling some of the assets of the company, just to survive. Is that what I want? Definitely the answer is not. Will you like to see your business dying every day? The answer is not. That's the reason. Do what is best for your business. Choose the right person, be it a son, a daughter, or a grandchild, or any other member. But you need to do justice to your business, because this is the business that you have made it. You have worked hard for it, right? The next is, compensating active members. And this has to be the best possible that is available in the market, because if I don't do that, what will happen is, there are multiple competitors who are willing to take up the right candidate. Okay. And remuneration should be the last thing for which, an employee is walking to your competitor, if I have to put it simple. If you know that it is a deserving employee, he is going to give me the best results. I know he or she is going to contribute so much in the growth of my business. Definitely give him the best remuneration, and he will stick with you for years and years. Okay. Now, family members observe who is receiving what. This is very, very important. Okay. They observe who is getting what. In fact, if your son or daughter is getting into the business, they might see that the other employees of the companies are being paid more, which is absolutely okay. Right? Which is absolutely okay. And the message has to be conveyed that whoever deserves whatever is being given to them. Just because son and daughter have joined the business, that doesn't mean that, after you, they should be the highest paid employees. No, not needed. And if that is the situation, then definitely what we are teaching them is, we are teaching them to take the business for granted right from day one. I have my many friends who are well established, and today, after their kids, doing their 12th standard studies in the vacation break, they join their offices, they join their companies and work on a mere salary of 5,000 rupees per month. But then that is what is needed. We start schooling of our kids right from kindergarten and junior KG, right? Just because you own the college or you are dean of the college, your son or daughter does not hold the position of becoming dean after you, right? So what is important is, and this has to be communicated very clearly, that, as I said, the deserving candidate gets the perfect remuneration. This has to be like in bold letters. There is no explanation needed for this. The next is, reality is, we need to accommodate because they are family members. At times it happens, you have to really accommodate a few people just because they are family members. As I just given the example, your daughter is more capable, but then you want to give it your business, or you want to accommodate your son just because he is a son. And this is nothing hidden, right? The world knows this fact, and this is not that something happens only in India. This happens everywhere, right? We still have that differentiation. So very, very important. I'm going to read this out for you. As one family owner puts it, if my sons were not family, they would not be the leaders of this business. However, as family, we need to do what we can to accommodate their wishes and aspirations. to surround them with competent managers and continue to groom them to become good leaders, right? So I know that maybe, my son is not capable to take this business, but then what do? I am left with no option if I have the only son, right? Because trust is also an issue. I cannot trust anybody, right? Then what do I do? Maybe, I have this army of good managers and competent people with him who can support him in growing the business, right? Now, this is actually contrary to the conventional business wisdom, but uh, unfortunately, this is the reality of family business. Today also, if we see the well established family business families, there are n number of people. In fact, if we have to see that, different kids from the same business families uh, taking over the business at same point, and today one son is making such good progress, and the other is merely struggling for everything, right? It is just because that somebody has that capability in one and the other one doesn't have it, or maybe lacks in some or the other way, right? Now what happens is most family business owners want their children in position of leadership and ownership, okay, even if they're not competent, okay, even if they know, okay, he is not the person who can take over my business, but then he has that team of loyal people, okay, of talented people who along with the owner is going to take the burden of the kid who is not capable of, right? It is all about loyalty. There is this group of people who are so loyal to you that they will take your business, that they'll consider your business as their own business and keep working, because they know that the person sitting in that chair, right, is not competent enough. Harsh reality, but yes, very commonly found everywhere in all the lines of business. The next principle that we need to understand and follow is, when should you start the succession planning process? This is the most important one, because people feel, okay, today I am there, I'm going to run this business for another 15 years and I have a hell lot of time to do the succession planning. Why do I need to bother right from today, right? And now the point is actually, the thing that we need to understand is, if I need to have a smooth transition of business, okay, if I want to have that a smooth a passing of baton of business, that I need to plan well in advance, at least 10 years in advance. I'll give you example. I'm sure many of you must have seen those relay races, okay? What happens if, suddenly on the day of the race itself, I call 4 people and I tell them, okay, this is your team, and what you have to do is this is 4 in 100 into 4 100 into 4 relay, okay, and every person after 100 meters have to pass on the baton to another person. What will happen is, in spite of 4 being one of the best runners in the lot, there could be a lot of confusion in the transition. Passing of the baton is very, very important if you have to win the relay. And the similar thing is applicable here also. If you want a smooth transition, it is necessary that you start practicing, right? Relay, you start practicing well months and years before you go ahead for your race, right? Similarly, here also, you need to start planning your succession planning in advance to have that smooth transition, and preferably at least 10 years early, because longer the time available for succession planning, the smoother the transition process will be. Very, very simple. Because then I get an opportunity to understand in the nitty-gritties of what is to be done. Okay, and always keep in mind that if you are doing succession planning, then it has to be done in both the ways: short term to take care of any emergencies, as well as long term. Okay, long term can be planned in case of exit strategies. Okay, the longer the time available, the better you can groom trade, because that is very, very important. As I said, the training is on job training. It is not a 1 month, 2 month, or a 3-year process. He's not doing an MBA wherein he's going to come and get the degree. Understand, getting a degree is different and running a business is a different cup of tea altogether, right? And that is what we are trying to do here. If I plan this well in advance, I have right time to train, groom, educate, and give skills to my to the owners of the business. Now the point is, can I do it alone? The answer is a straight no. You need a team of professionals and families to be successful. Nobody can win the war alone, right? You need a team, you need an army to win the war, right? So importantly, have a team of professionals. It could be lawyers, succession planners, tax planners, consultants, your own family members, okay, who can help you in understanding, in picking up the right candidate is very, very important. Also, it is important that you work closely with the next generation, okay? Try to involve them in every part of the business, because that is how the buying will be created for them. That is how that will build their interest to be a part of your business, only if you involve them, right? Now, importantly, keep other non-active family members also in the group. At times, their advice and feedback is also important. Okay, like, a lady of the family, you might feel that she has no sense of the business, but importantly, she has all the sense about the qualities of his or her kid, right? Now let us also see that what are the reasons that are cited for not making a plan. Why people don't make plan? Very, very simple reasons, at times very unreasonable, but yes, it is there. People feel that they don't have time to do the succession planning, okay, or they feel like it's too early, 10 years too early, I will do it 2 years before retiring, that is right time. Is that the right time? The answer is no. Overwhelmed by planning complexity, it is too tiring, it is too taxing, I cannot handle all this thing, I'll do when is required, or maybe tomorrow if I die, it is automatically done, right? People feel that, right? At times, it is not able to find advice and tools to start. This is also a problem. But today, fortunately, we are into the world where we are many people who are there to offer these specialized services. The only thing is, yes, you need to pay them a fees, which I don't think is too much to ask for if they are helping you to do a smooth transition of your business, right? Importantly, and one more reason that is cited for not making a plan, because there's a lot of dispute in the family itself, right? Who is going to take, and this you can actually see that in many Bollywood movies also, right? Bollywood regional movies, this is something, one of the thing on which many movies are made, which is not wrong also, it is there. But the point is, it is high time that we need to handle all these reasons, come above it, and start doing a succession planning. No matter whether you have a big business or a small business, understand it is giving you money, it is giving the comfort life to your family. Now, what are the results of lack of succession planning? It is very, very simple. No clear direction for business. I don't know 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, where my business is going to go. Whether my kids are ready to accept it or not, I don't know. Loss of valuation, because if I don't have clarity, I am not in a position to have the exact valuation, because I don't know what is the worth of my business. Importantly, if my important employees or the key employees don't see what they are going to get in this, maybe they might just lose faith in the company and walk out to some other company who is ready to give them what they deserve, right? Because employees seek opportunities outside also. And what will happen is, if I don't have a succession planning, it can create a lot of power struggles, which maybe tomorrow in any situation I struggle to take decisions, okay, because I don't know where is it heading towards. Also, the worst scenario could be I can see families breaking over it. And I think that is the last that we would like. So to avoid all such things, it is better that we start doing succession planning as soon as possible. Again, yes, these are the points through which you can contact us. Please subscribe to our channel so that you can get videos of all the business development modules, of all the Excel modules. You can definitely subscribe and get access to all our modules. Also click onto the notification button, so what happens is whenever our next video is up, you get the notification. Okay, and don't forget, every Tuesday we have videos on business development, and on every Friday we have videos on MS Excel. That is all from my side. Thank you so much.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.